What's going on, folks? My name is Justin Freed, and I'm joined today by Temple linebacker Yvandy Rigby. Yvandy, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Justin, man? Happy to have me. Thanks for having me today, man. It's a pleasure being here.
Of course, dude. We got a week until the draft. Less than a week, honestly. It's coming up soon, dude. You excited?
Oh man, this is a dream come true, man. Just being a part of this and thinking about it my entire life, man. I'm just happy to be here right now, man.
Yeah, it is a very, very exciting time. I'm sure busy and exhausting, but for sure exciting. I kind of wanted to go through your football career and really just your journey to this point because you've had, I would say, an unconventional path to getting to this point. You
Right.
were born in Turks and Caicos, which for those who don't know, it's an island chain in the Caribbean. I'm a
Right.
geography nerd, so that's pretty cool for me. I love learning about that stuff, but yeah, less than 50,000 people live there. It's a very popular tourist destination. But for you, someone who grew up there, spent almost your entire childhood there, what was that like? What was it like growing up there?
like every beautiful place has this, rough and rugged area, so, growing up, I was in a pretty rough and rugged area. Single mom, household. She had five kids, I'm like the middle child, it was hard growing up, because like adjusting in an island isn't like America because you have no help. It's a third world country, Turks and Caicos. So you basically have to get everything on your own. So just seeing my mom work relentlessly as a maid for the Palms Hotel, for several years, just trying to put food on the table, has taught me how to work extremely hard. So my mom had made dramatic sacrifices, so growing up wasn't the easiest, but I would say, we persevered and stayed through it. And, thank God we came out as amazing kids.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. There you go. And what would you say are some of your favorite memories growing up? Because you lived there until what were you, 13-ish, 14?
14 years old. I lived there when I was 14. So born and raised in Turks and Caicos. My favorite memory in Turks and Caicos is going to the beach, man. Like literally every beach on that island is amazing, man. Like crystal blue water. Like you see the fishes in the water. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, it was a pleasure, growing up over there. And now that I look back, I'm like, wow, I literally used to live in paradise, on a daily day basis. But yeah, I just missed the beautiful island scenery. It was gorgeous. My friends, I still have a lot of friends over there. We still stay in contact. Actually, one is in America right now. His name is Gilbert. He's in America right now, currently staying in Alabama. Really good friend of mine. Stay in touch all the time. So basically, yeah, what I really miss is just the scenery and my friends for real. And family members, definitely.
What's the food like there? Because I know the different Caribbean islands can be, they could be pretty touchy subjects when you're talking about food. Who has the best food?
Amazing. Yeah, that's an argument with me and my friends actually. Edward Sadie, he was my roommate here too. He's African. Me and him go back and forth a lot actually. African food and Haitian food, which one is better? And Haitian took the we won that one. Nah, I mean the food's amazing, man. I'm talking about anything. Like we make it fresh in front of you to like fresh seafood, or if you want like gamey or meat, like cow or like venison or whatnot. Like we can still make that the best too. My favorite dish in particular is oxtail with some brown rice. You can never beat that, man. I'm telling you that right there. That's the go one right there, man. I love that forever.
Yeah,
But now food's
go for it, go for it.
no, I'm sorry. No, no, the food's amazing, man. The food's amazing. I would highly recommend everybody to go back to the Caribbean, not just get it to like get local corners, like fast food place, like or like chain of like Caribbean food place. Not go to like the Caribbean and actually get the food. I'm telling you, it's worth it.
Dude, I'm from Long Island, but I go to the city plenty, and
Nice.
the oxtail in Brooklyn, oh man,
It's
is
fast,
something
right?
different.
I'm
It's something
telling you. I'm telling
different.
you. It's fast.
So, you end up moving to the US, like Atlantic City area, like South Jersey, just before high school. You said you were 14.
Yep.
How difficult was that for you to make that adjustment to completely new environment like that?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was very hard, coming from, just the cultural difference in itself is, just a dramatic change, just coming from like a third world country to a first world, my accent was different, from how you guys speak. So thank God I didn't get made fun of my accent a lot, but just adjusting to the culture, the way people move, the mannerisms, in my country, I had like I had several friends tell me I had like a staring problem. I would just stare at people, that wasn't cool, So like they'd be like, "Yo, stop staring this much, stop staring this much." I'm like, "All right, cool, I won't stare as much." But it wasn't because like I had a problem or I was just like I was interested in what was going on at the moment, so it lead me to stare, just curious. So yeah, it was pretty difficult adjusting to the culture in this country and just the people mannerism and how they move and how they talk and whatnot, and what they like and what they don't like and how to adjust, within like the system of America and like coming into this country as well too, playing football, picking it up for the first time as well too. That was something that was pretty hard to pick up as well too.
Would you say that the cultural aspect was the hardest thing for you to kind of adjust to, like the difference in cultures?
Basically, yeah, that was the hardest thing for me to adjust to. Yeah,
Yeah, I
definitely.
can imagine. And then you mentioned, of course, having to pick up football because obviously there's not really an American football scene in Turks and Caicos. I think you grew up playing more like soccer and basketball, right?
Yeah, soccer. I mean, the first time I actually hold the American football in my life is when I came to this country myself on my freshman year in high school.
Wow.
Like I've never really held a football in my life, so like, just learning how to do all of that, was it hurt worth go getting over for real. But it was worth it, and I'm happy I did it, and now look where I'm at.
Hell yeah, man. And what was your first introduction to American football like? Like I know you started it, I think like your sophomore year of high school. How did that conversation come about?
Well, I actually started my freshman year in high school in Atlantic City. I was in my guidance counselor office, because I didn't really have much friends my first time coming to this country. And the quarterback, Jameer Pavard, I remember him walking in there looking at me. And he was like, you have pretty good size, man. You ever played football in your life before? I'm like, I've never played football in my life before. And he's like, you should come try out for the team. I'm like, me? He's like, yeah, you should come try out. I'm like, nah, I wouldn't be good. I didn't know how to catch a football to save my life. Like they threw the ball at me, and I like flashed my arms in front of me and it hit me in the face, and then everybody started laughing. Like, nah. But I needed that. I needed that moment of embarrassment because that would make me, take the game extremely serious. That give me a tip on my shoulder. Like, nah, like I need to get better at this if this is something I want to do. And even that's just how I am. Period. Like even if I wasn't going to go to the next level or even in college, like I would still give it my all simply because I want to be respected within that sport. You know what I mean? So he was the first person that introduced football to me. I have to give him his flowers on that behalf. With that being said, I continue to take the game extremely serious while learning it on my own. I would watch countless of YouTube videos. I remember literally sitting in my living room watching Peyton Manning, demonstrate how to throw a perfect spiral, and literally going to the field with a ball in my hand, just learning how to throw a ball. I wanted to learn every aspect of the game. So that's one thing I emphasized, as I was like growing up in this country.
For sure, man. Yeah, and I don't think the people that were laughing when you got hit in the face, I don't think they're laughing now. But I guess
Nah.
that's probably why you didn't immediately play wide receiver. I guess that does make sense.
No. No.
Yeah, so you played, I think it was both linebacker and safety in high school, right?
And yeah, and some wide receiver in high school. Yeah,
Oh, you did play some
I
wide receiver.
eventually got
Okay.
better at catching.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, clearly, yeah, that was a game the part of your game that you worked on.
Right.
But I think, and then you spent the year at Milford Academy, right? Like that
Yeah.
the prep school.
Yep.
How did the decision come about to switch you to linebacker full time once you got to Temple?
You mentioned a little bit of me playing, linebacker safety. That's a role that I really embodied when I went to Milford. Coach Stu, defensive coordinator, me and really good friends to this day. I still communicate with him. I have his number. Still communicate with him on Instagram. Um, he told me that, hey, if you want to play the next level, defense is going to be the most important things for you to learn. The most important aspect in your game. You got to learn how to, read defenses better. So me and him would like sit back and like watch a lot of film and just, he'd break down, like certain guys and show me like, okay, this is how this guy did this, is how this guy did that, this is how this guy did this, and I'll implement that to my game. So as far as like how did I adjust it, and for like being a linebacker, coming from playing safety, I would say my physicality helped me with that aspect dramatically. Um, Coach Foley, he recruited me from Egg Harbor Township. Me and amazing guy till this day too. I still talk to him. And he told me that, hey, you should go to Milford, because football is new to you to get extra, learning experience, to get you around different guys, get you away from home. And that's something I appreciated dramatically because it taught me how to become a man, away from home, I have to, do stuff on my own, wash my own clothes, get my own food and whatnot. Not that the school I was at didn't have a cafeteria, but you always got to do more, especially where you want to get to where you want to get to. So transitioning from safety to linebacker, I would say my physicality helped me with the game. My instincts, definitely helped me. I'm good with my hands. I'm good at shedding blocks, getting off blocks, and I'm good at open field tackling. So I would say those, helped me translate from safety to linebacker.
For sure, dude. And you only had a couple of years like a varsity ball under your belt before you committed to Temple. What was that recruiting process like? Like how much interest was there from other schools given your lack of experience?
Like you said, given my lack of experience, it wasn't that much schools interested into me. Temple was actually one of the few ones that actually, bigger ones that actually took interest into me. And Ed Foley did a really good job of like, telling me all about Temple as far as like Temple Tough, what they stand for and what they fight for and how they do things. And, that standard, that high standard that they do things at, I was shocked and I was like bought in by that. You know what I mean? Like that, I fell in love with that. I wanted to be a part of that. And, I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship from them and the sky was the limit from there.
Definitely. And we mentioned Milford Academy. You ended up spending a year there, or semester there, whatever it was, before you enrolled at Temple.
Right.
Milford Academy, a lot of NFL players have gone there. LaShawn McCoy, I believe,
Oh,
former Jets running back Sean Green was there. Like
a lot
a
of
lot,
cats.
a lot of
I mean,
yeah, a lot of big guys.
you
Uh,
walk in the hallway and Coach Chaplick is the head coach over there. You walk in the hallway and Chaplick have like literally a gallery full, like literally like pictures of just all NFL cats. You know what I mean? Like, and that's
there's
cool. Like I used to walk, they walk that hallway, and I used to walk that hallway. Man, that's awesome, man. That's a legacy, definitely. He's building over there, and I'm proud of him, and I'm happy he gave me an opportunity to go over there and spread my light.
yeah, I mean, maybe your name's getting added to that next. You'll be in that long
I, would,
hallway. Oh.
I wouldn't mind at all.
What was the conversation like for you to go to Milford Academy? Was that a conversation you had with the Temple coaching staff, with your high school coaching staff, with your family? How did that come about?
Well, like I said, Coach Foley, he told me like, yeah, Yvandy, so obviously, him and the coaching staff had a really good conversation about that. So he came to me and said, Yvandy, due to your lack of experience with football, I would recommend you going to Milford Academy. And, he kind of talked to Chaplick. He had a really good relationship with Chaplick to tell him that I was coming up. Chaplick was like, yeah, that's cool. Send him up, They had like this little tryout, 7-on-7 and 1-on-ones. I went over there, dominated. And Chaplin was like, yeah, I want to see him. I would like to have him over here too. I think he could help us win games. And went over there and played lights out and was a captain on the team, was a single digit there as well. Uh, yeah, man, the sky was the limit. Like I just went over there and balled out. It was pretty cool, going over there, coach, and with my family aspect when it comes to what they get to say about it. They said, they're supportive of me. I currently live with Kevin Stetzer and his family, and my mom as well. She's staying in New Jersey as well, and Egg Harbor Township too. So I spoke to all of them, and they was like, "Yeah, I'm all for it. If this is part of the journey that you want to uphold and want to do, then we're down for you." But it's a matter of me going over there and executing and doing everything that I said I'm going to do, and I did that.
Yeah, man, that's awesome to have that support system behind you, and that helps you get to where you are. And then you ended up getting to Temple. You kind of had to work your way up the depth chart over your 5 years. I believe you spent there. Obviously, redshirt. You had the COVID year as well.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this past season, right? Your last year at Temple. There's a long-standing tradition at Temple where you have to earn a single-digit jersey number, as I'm sure
Yeah.
you know, obviously. And you did. You wore the number 0 this past
Yeah,
year.
I
How much
did.
did wearing that single-digit number mean to you?
Oh my gosh, it meant so much. I mean, we only had I think I'm the first defensive player, and I believe I'm the first defensive player in program history to ever wear that number from the time it was released. Yeah, it was Randall Jones, wide receiver, actually. He the first person to have that number, and just being the first defensive player in Temple history to ever wear that number, and how important single digit means to Temple University, and how it's a certain standard, and you got to be a certain guy to actually be a single digit. I mean, it was an honor, because Coach Drayton did a really good job of like emphasizing the honor of being a single digit because he would like giving out the single digit. He would have a big Zoom call with all the old single digits, and they would have to approve and like understand the individual that is receiving the single digit or the candidates that they have up for the single digits, and they would go through the conversation. So this is actually a pretty big deal. And wearing number 0 means so much to me. Actually, funny story. I actually Drayton, he don't tell you that like you pick a number or the number you're picking, after you became a single digit. No, it was a hat. You have to put your hands in and pick the number out. I actually picked number 1.
Oh,
And Ian Stewart, our wide receiver, who has number 1 right now, he actually had number 0, and I asked him like, "Yo, we should trade, because I wanted to be the first defensive player with number 0. We can't have 2 wide receivers with number 0." And then he was like, "Yeah, we could do that." And then he traded with me, so that's actually how I got number 0 for.
wow. The hat, I did not know they did the hat thing.
Yeah, that's just I got number 0. It's crazy.
Is that just Coach Drake, or has that been a thing for a while?
Certain coaches do it different ways. I mean, some coaches they ask you, and some coaches just randomly give it to you. But I
Wow.
mean, Drayton, he wanted you to just pick it out of a hat, which I think was pretty cool. But I wanted the number 0.
Yeah, you could still trade. You could still trade
Yeah, you can
after.
just say. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Wow, that's awesome, man. And then,
Yeah,
obviously, for someone like you who has not been playing football for a long time, you didn't. I imagine you didn't grow up thinking you'd be playing in the NFL or at least trying to play in
no.
the NFL one day. So when did that start to feel like a realistic goal for you? Was it high school? Was it when you got to Temple? When did that start to feel like a real goal?
I actually never like. I mean, obviously, you think of the NFL when you're playing football. You have dreams and aspirations for it. But I really didn't. I didn't think of it in totality. I just kept the main thing the main thing. Whatever task I had at hand, I did it to my best of my ability, which set up, the opportunity for me to even be going to the NFL. Like that's the best way I could say it. Like I didn't really like, oh well, oh my gosh, I'm doing this now, so now I could possibly make it to the NFL. No, I literally like, okay, cool. In my high school phase, so okay, I'm gonna do high school my best of my ability. In my college phase, now okay, I'm gonna do college my best of my ability. And if I did everything I was supposed to do, if I worked as hard as I needed to work, now that's gonna open up the opportunity for me to go to the NFL. And so there was never really a particular stage, where I felt like, oh wow, I'm going to the NFL. No, it's like if I do everything I needed to do, the NFL is going to happen because I know I have all the ability, I have the strength, I have the speed, I have the smarts. I just need to literally do everything I need to do and execute everything I need to execute, and the sky's going to be the limit.
That's the right mindset to have. Basically, control what you can control.
It's control, yeah,
Rest will figure itself out if you can control what.
literally. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
and part of that control and the decision you made the decision to declare for the draft a few months ago, alongside also one of your close college teammates and fellow linebacker Jordan McGee,
Yep.
another draft prospect. What went into your decision? Because I believe you had another year of eligibility left. So what went into your decision to enter the NFL?
I just felt like my body was ready. My body's ready. I put in a lot of hard work in college. I emphasize, getting like the things I was weak on last year, get better on them this year. Unfortunately, an injury happened, so I couldn't really put up the insane numbers I was going to put up. But 2023, I was going to literally shock the world. But unfortunately, I got hurt. But I think I'm NFL ready. I really, really do believe that. I got the body, the speed, like I said. It's a matter of just being out there and actually seeing it how it is.
You also played quite a bit of special teams at Temple as well, and
Oh,
obviously,
I love special teams.
yeah, and for guys, who are, maybe on the roster bubble or maybe like day three guys, that's something that, you really need to pride yourself in, I guess, right? Going into, is that something that you see as an advantage in your game as you take this next step?
Definitely. From 2019 to 2023, I've played special teams, throughout my entire college career. And that's something I take a lot of pride in. Me and Coach Shire, special team coordinator here, he's actually been a really good help to me, as far as like dialing up schemes and like putting me in position to win and whatnot, and even putting me in like, some crucial positions. But I have to be a dude, I have to execute it, and I still have to go out there and give my best foot forward, So special team is something I take extreme pride in. I've been doing it for a long time, and I think I literally am going to dominate the NFL with special teams. I'm excited for that one.
Hell yeah. I mean, you got the speed, the physicality. Like, I feel like you are a quintessential special teams standout. And that's the best kind of compliment you can give someone. I feel like
I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
yeah, it's because special teams is effort. Like ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So I feel like you fit that mold perfectly.
Thank
Uh,
you.
for sure, dude. And are there any NFL players? I imagine maybe linebackers, maybe safeties, that you kind of admire, model your game after a little bit?
Oh my gosh, definitely. Well, this brings up a lot of argument, but I personally think Luke Kuechly is the best linebacker in this generation. Unfortunately, he retired early in this generation. But who's the best linebacker in the league right now is Roquan Smith, um, who I embody my game after, who I would love to play after. I like to take a little bit of Luke Kuechly and Roquan Smith game, because I think they embody everything I love. I mean, Roquan is really good at playing the run, aggressive. You know, he brings a lot of emotion to the game. I think that so am I. I bring a lot of emotion to the game. Luke Kuechly is really good at reading defenses. He's really good at playing pass coverage. He breaks up the ball. He catches a lot of interceptions. And he's also really good short tackler too. Those are two guys that I really try to embody my game after. Safety wise, I mean, Cam Chancellor. I mean, Seattle Seahawks is my team. Ever since I came to this country, they won the Super Bowl 2015. The Legion of Booms was really busting back then. So Cam Chancellor, he did a number on me, man. Just watching him play and the aggression that he played with and the passion he played with, man, I mean, made me fall in love with the team and the game even more. So those two, those three guys that I liked a lot. I like their game a lot.
Those are all great choices. I mean, you can't get much better than that. Luke Kuechly, I don't think a lot of people are going to disagree with your assertion that he's the best
You know what I
linebacker.
mean? Like, yeah, like
That's a lot of people would say that as well. Roquan Smith, of course, one of the best we've seen in a long time. Cam Chancellor is, enforcer back there for a long time. I feel like
definitely.
as a Jets fan too, because I cover the Jets. I'm a Jets fan. I've watched a lot of Quincy Williams. I don't know if you've
Oh,
seen it,
he's crazy.
but
He's Quincy
dude,
and CJ. Y'all got literally two all pro linebackers that are
yeah.
outstanding in the league that are doing it, at the high level and are, possibly, top three in the game, literally. So
Yeah. I
he's
see a lot of Quincy Williams in you too, like the way you're flying around the field. Like I think that's the vibe I get from watching you. You hit that with that same physicality too that Quincy does.
Quincy's a baller, man. Quincy's a baller.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's talk a little bit about the NFL too, because I'm sure it's been a busy few months for you. Are there any teams that you've met with or spoken to a good amount during this pre-draft process?
I've spoken to a good amount and met with a good amount of teams, but this information, my agent, me and him has come to an agreement that we're going to keep confidential. But if you need any further information, I could, forward you his number, and I'm sure he'll get back at you as soon as possible.
I got you, man. Whatever you can share. Can you share if you've met with the Jets at all or no?
Oh, definitely. I met with the Jets. I met with the Jets, talked with the Jets, met with the coaching staff. Coach Rock, I love him to death, and he's a really good linebacker coach. Amazing facility. Really, really good atmosphere. Really good guys. When I was walking around, I saw Sauce Gardner working out on the field. Work don't stop. Hard work and dedication definitely pays off. He was an All Pro as a rookie. So I definitely have the utmost respect for the Jets. I think a really, really good defense. And just being around the atmosphere and the facility was just cool. And Hard Knocks was there, and I get to walk that long hallway that I was
Oh
watching
yeah.
Hard Knocks one year, yeah. And I was like, oh damn, this is cool. Look at the hallway. This is crazy.
I feel like knowing Robert Saleh, knowing Coach Robert Saleh, I feel like you are everything that he would look for in a linebacker, in a player. I feel like,
Absolutely.
yeah. Did you get to speak with Saleh, with Coach Saleh at all or no?
Not as much at the moment because he was pretty busy walking around because there's a lot of cats in the building. But it was really nice. I actually get to meet with the linebacker coach, Coach Rock, Mike Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
he was pretty cool too. That was pretty nice.
Very cool, man. Yeah, and then it'd be cool because you're I mean, I'd say a local guy. You're from obviously from Turks and Caicos, but you lived in South Jersey for a while, so you got a little bit of a local connection to the Jets. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be really really cool. I wouldn't mind that at all playing for the Jets. Not at all.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to go too far, wouldn't have to move really. So
That'd be awesome. That'd be actually ideal. That'd be pretty cool.
all right, well, let's end this off with a couple of like quick hitter, fun, more, get to know you kind of questions.
Awesome.
Uh, First one, simple. What are some of your favorite hobbies when you're not playing football? What do you like to do?
What I like to do when I'm not playing football. I like to play video games. You know, I don't really go out as much. I'm not an outside guy. You know, I mean, if I guess if my friends say, hey, let's go bowling, I mean, I'll go bowling. But I like to stay in the house and I'll play video games. Like I'm a big gamer.
I feel like you'd be a good bowler too. Like you strike me as someone who.
I'm a really good bowler. Like I'm a really, really good bowler. Really, really good bowler.
What are some of your favorite games to play?
Uh, I love Warzone, man. Like that's like the only game I'm playing right now. Warzone. Like me and just three of my friends just hopping on, getting the squad going, getting some wins. You know, I love Warzone. You play Warzone?
Nah, I'm not really like a shooter type guy. I don't really play. I played a little Call of Duty when I was younger, but not much. Like Modern Warfare 2, that was kind of like my
That was
peak.
okay. I mean, that's a really good game too. That was a really good.
Great game. That was my peak era of shooters. I'm not real. Are you
Yeah,
you're more of a shooter guy?
I'm more of a shooting guy. Like Apex, Call of Duty, obviously. Six Siege, and I played a little bit of Six
Okay.
Siege. Yeah, actually, one of my DMR tight end on our used to be on the Temple team with me previous last year. He downloaded and he's trying to convince me, like, yo, download Six Siege, so we can play together. And I'm still contemplating about it, but I don't know. Warzone have my heart right now, so that's one thing I do when I'm not doing nothing, like football wise. Get
There
out
you
of
go.
video.
That's a good way to unwind. And then lastly, again, I always say this is one of my favorite questions. I always get to ask people, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Wow, that's crazy you asked that because I love to sing.
Oh, I love it.
I love to sing. Yeah, I'm a big singer. Favorite karaoke song? Go to. Wow, you just put me on the spot with it. We gonna go.
Stuff.
We gonna go. So much. We gonna go. We gonna go. Usher climax.
Ooh, okay. There's some high notes in that to hit. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
hard.
yeah. You got to know how to really hit that one to hit that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know how to sing, you hit that one.
You can hit those notes. You can sing.
Come on now. Yeah, I could.
Okay, okay. Well then look, then I was talking another guy the other day. Look, you know how they have the rookie talent shows sometimes that they got to put
Oh, I'm
on?
about to kill it.
Yeah, I think I know what you're doing. I think you're singing some Usher.
Yeah, I'm about to kill it. I'm about to kill it. Gotcha.
But
That I'm not shy at all. Like I'm about to. They gonna sit back and enjoy the show. Literally.
when the when he did the halftime show, were you singing along?
Oh,
Watching the half.
definitely. He had a lot of good bangers he sang out there. I mean, I wanted him to sing climax, but he didn't. So
You're right. Dang.
he didn't. But it's all good. I mean, it was a really good show. Amazing Super Bowl. It was really entertaining.
Hell yeah, man. I bet it sounded better to me. I was, Alicia Keys out there singing. I'm trying to sing along. It's not going
Oh
well.
man, it's
People,
not.
people, people don't want to hear that.
Now,
All right,
Alicia
man.
Keys is another great one.
Yeah, dude, I wish I could sing like Alicia Keys. I really do. And like
She's,
Usher.
I mean,
She's
you can't teach what she has, man. It's just
no,
straight
she's
talent.
in like ridiculous,
It's
incredible.
insane. Yeah, it's insane.
All right, Evandy, I really appreciate you taking time, man. I want to wish you the best of luck with the draft later. In a week, right? It's less than a week at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Try to enjoy it as much as you can. Spend time with your family, all that stuff, dude. It's a busy time for you, so I really appreciate you taking time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thanks for having me, Justin, man. Anytime.